This week felt like a strange mix of everything at once: stress, dread, exhaustion, gratitude, and clarity, all overlapping in ways I didn't expect. It was one of those weeks where life doesn't slow down, but instead forces you to pay attention. Early on, my mind was consumed by stress. A math final hung over me heavier than it probably should have, and I let that pressure take up so much mental space that I forgot to look at what actually is going right and what matters. Because the truth is, I did really well. I got 104 on my RTF final and a 96 and a 98 on the last two of my government tests. Those weren't accidents. They were results of effort, and yet fear almost blinded me to that reality. Throughout the week, prayer became my anchor. I kept asking God for strength, for wisdom, and for direction. Not just an easy path, but the right one. I believe He knows how much I can handle. I believe He trusts me with that weight that I'm carrying. So I prayed for endurance, and I prayed for peace, especially when things got heavy. There were moments this week that felt refreshing though. I got to go to a reptile expo, something I've wanted to do for a long time. Owning a snake has been a dream of mine, and seeing them up close made that dream feel tangible. I'm searching for something very specific, something very rare. An Axanthic super arctic western hognose. It's a rare, cold-colored, absolutely beautiful. I'm waiting till my summer trip before committing, because when I do this, I want to do it right. I want to bond, and I want to care properly, to build something responsibly, and that patience feels like growth. Then came the end of semester, and it hit harder than I expected. Finishing my last exam brought me relief, but also this quiet sadness. My VP1 class was something special. The bonds we formed in just one semester were real, and knowing it was all coming to an end felt surreal. People really do come into your life for seasons, and for reasons. Sometimes you're meant to be someone's season too. Those relationships, even temporary ones, shape you into who you become. After our last class, almost all of us went out together. It was my first night ever going out, and I'm really glad it was with them. I couldn't do any of the stereotypical stuff, but that didn't matter. Being there, laughing, sharing that final night. It reminded me that relationships give meaning to everything else that we are working hard for. Work brought its own turning points. This week I found out little John Miraval, the wild black cat we'd all been worried about, was finally rescued. He's safe now, housed in one of my coworkers' homes, with his own room, food, water, and even a little football. It sounds small, but it felt huge. Proof that patience and care actually led somewhere. Trust takes time. Later that day, I had a conversation with one of my managers that really stuck with me. What I thought was going to be a negative moment turned into something completely different. Told me he sees potential in me, that I ask the right questions, and that I'm eager to learn. That if I wanted to become a bartender, something that they're very, very selective about, I need to show it through consistency and effort. And it wasn't a warning, it was a challenge, and I accepted it. That conversation lit a fire in me. As school wrapped up, my focus naturally shifted forward. With classes done until January, I suddenly have time, and wasting it doesn't sit right with me. I'm considering a second job, not because my current one doesn't take care of me. They do, incredibly well, if I might add. But because I don't want idle time turning into stagnation. I want to build, learn, keep growing, and keep moving. I don't want life to make choices for me. I want to make them myself. I'll keep accepting more responsibility, even when it feels like it's more than I can handle. I believe I'll find a way. I always have. This week wasn't easy, but it was honest, and it reminded me of something important. Growth isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it's stressful, sometimes it's exhausting, sometimes it's saying goodbye, and sometimes it's realizing you're stronger than you thought. This was week 3. Still walking forward, still trusting God, still pushing myself, and still becoming. Still halfway home.